Hey, hotelier, there's a day coming, and maybe it's already happened, when you open your analytics and you see it. You see that organic traffic is down, and it's not just a little dip, it's down quite a bit. It's a real drop. And about 3 seconds, your brain goes into emergency mode. Do we need more content? Do we need more budget? Is SEO broken? Or what is this going to do to bookings? Well, there comes the part that nobody really enjoys. And that's when you get that information in your office, but then you have to go to the RevOps or the commercial meeting in your hotel. And it's tough to walk into a room with a report that says traffic is down. It essentially feels like you're saying, well, I missed the mark. Performance is down. And then suddenly you're defending the solid work that you've been doing, but the numbers are telling a different story. But here's the reframe that I want you to bring into that meeting. Into that meeting, you can say that AI search has written new rules for what good marketing looks like, because good marketing is no longer the game of high volume clicks, website visits, bookings. That's not what's happening anymore. And maybe, you're not seeing that in your analytics right now, but I can tell you that the day is coming. AI search and the day of zero click searches is happening. We're all experiencing it together. Everybody's traffic is going to change. I was reading an article about HubSpot, significant drop in traffic, but their revenue was up. So that's a good news story. Because, like I said, the reality is that answers are happening before the click now. We know this. More discovery is happening inside AI tools like ChatGPT, and fewer people are going to arrive on your site the old way. But if hotels keep measuring marketing by traffic volume alone, they're going to keep doing one thing. They're going to keep spending more money to get more of something that is fading. And by that, I mean they're going to be putting more dollars into ads. So instead of staring at traffic, stare at your revenue, because is traffic the goal? No, it's not. Bookings and profit are. And the best way to protect your revenue right now is to convert more of the traffic that you already have. Don't rush out to buy new visitors. So don't pour more money into the top of your booking funnel. Conversion is about efficiency. It's not about volume. And here's why CRO, or conversion rate optimization, matters even more in the AI search world. Because visitors are coming from LLMs like ChatGPT, and they're arriving with higher intent. And what I mean by intent is higher intent to buy. They've got this great recommendations from ChatGPT, which they know, like, and trust. The trust factor with LLMs is real, it's very high. And they're getting a recommendation from ChatGPT that they trust, and they are moving over to your booking engine with high intent. They're already pre-sold, they're close to getting that credit card out and making the booking. So if you can improve conversion, you can capture more revenue from fewer clicks. And that's how efficiency works. But first, let's talk about the right conversion metrics. Because hotels don't have one conversion rate, you have multiple yes points. Points in the journey where guests are saying yes. They are micro commitments. So when traffic dips, this matters because you're going to need to know where you're losing your visitors. So, okay, type number one is your website conversion rate. This is basically how many people came to your website and how many went on to make a booking. So that rate for the average independent hotel is around 1.5%. So that's the number of people who came in, looked around the website, and then went off to make a booking. This essentially says, did the website do the job? Okay, the second type of conversion rate is your booking engine conversion rate. And this is the number of people who went into your booking engine and then the number of people who carried on and made a booking. So booking engine visits divided by number of bookings. That is essentially your booking engine conversion rate. It says, did people finish? Did the booking engine convert into bookings? And I know that there are variables to this, like availability of room types, availability of dates, etc. But they're essentially, you're going to be measuring those. So, and depending upon your hotel, there's a few others as well that you may also want to track, like lead forms for group business, corporate business, weddings. And the other one is email captures. Are you capturing emails for your newsletter, for your hotel newsletter, for promotions, different signups that you're running? So when you have all of these different metrics, they really start to inform how well you're doing in different areas and in different market segments as well. And so when you go into that RevOps meeting, you can really stay grounded by saying, yeah, traffic is down, but revenue is up, or holding, or whatever it's doing. Traffic is down, but lead forms are up. Traffic is down because of AI search and zero clicks, because email signups have increased. And when you get to share that different information, that's a very different meeting. So let's get practical now. When I audit a hotel website, I focus on 4 levers that move conversion without, the chaos of let's just redesign everything. I really focus on these 4 levers that I'm going to share with you. So the first one is message match. Does the page deliver what the searched promised? So a guest arrives with an expectation, and if the page doesn't quickly confirm that they're in the right place, well, they're gone, they bounce. And when someone lands on a page, can they instantly tell, well, what this is? What's this hotel about? Who is it for? And then what should I do next? Should I go check out rooms? Should I go check rates and dates? A vague headline can hurt your performance so much. I have seen this transformed, but I have also seen it really drag down performance. A pretty first screen or a home screen without clear information, it does the same thing. So if you see traffic declining, clarity becomes even more valuable. Okay, lever number 2, provide proof early. Oftentimes you see the reviews at the bottom of the page, but wouldn't it be great to just have a mini, what I like to call the trust row at the top of the page that says pretty much, other people like us. Yes, it is safe to choose us. Look at how many reviews we have in our overall star rating. So you don't need the wall of reviews. You need the simple glimpse of proof that satisfies the skeptic. Quick proof near the top, a little rating snapshot, and a short guest quote that matches the booking intent. Like if you're all about families, it would say perfect for families with, traveling with pets. Like it's good to be specific. A quiet place for work trips with some playtime, like very specific. Because the goal isn't to make them read reviews for 10 minutes. The goal is to keep them moving forward. So they see the review and they keep moving through the page. Yes, verified by trust. A lot of people like this. That's awesome. They've got a good rating. I'm going to keep reading and land on your booking engine. Okay, lever number 3, details that drive decisions. So can the guest choose quickly without feeling confused? And I think this is probably the biggest lever that I see that's not pulled on hotel websites. So they do a feature dump. There's all this very ambiguous information. It's not very clear. And so the guest is trying to figure things out. And hotels, they accidentally create homework all the time. And by homework, I say, too many room types that sound the same. How can a guest possibly decide with 15 different room types that sound so much the same? There's no clear what's the difference between the room types or what's the difference between these packages and these offers. It's just not clearly defined what differences are. So when people are buried in the details, they just don't choose. They just move on. So also speaking of buried details, websites need to get very specific about what is actually in the rooms and in the hotels and the fees and the cancellations and all the policies, all the things that would go into helping the guest make a decision, because a guest that hesitates and that's not confident isn't pulling out their credit card to book your hotel. We need to help the guest decide faster. So write one clear difference line for each room type. Use a simple comparison grid is one of my favorites, because maybe you've heard me talk about that before. And like I said, if a guest can't decide, well, they can't book. Okay, lever number 4, which is the friction audit. And the majority of friction happens in the booking engine. So I understand a lot of hotels, we are at the mercy of third-party booking engines. And so I encourage you still, don't say, well, that's the booking engine we have. Really look at it and ask yourself, what's making guests hesitate in the booking engine? Where might they be getting stuck? Where might things feel clunky or unclear? Because friction in the booking engine often goes unnoticed. And then when that happens, because of the performance numbers of conversion, everybody points to marketing. What is marketing doing about our conversion rate? But if the friction's showing up in your booking engine, it's not really a marketing problem. That's a booking engine problem that you need to get figured out. So common friction points are policies and fees are revealed too late. So people get into the booking engine and sometimes they may say, well, I'm here anyway. I might as well just complete the booking. And others might say, you know what? I really can't find the policies or the fees, or I've gotten all this way and now I'm really ticked off that I felt misled. And you don't want either of those scenarios to happen. You don't want that friction. Confusing rate plan names. This we have power over, hoteliers. Clean up your rate plans. Clean up your room types. I'm telling you, these are easy fixes. Yes, it involves a bit of time in your property management system, but once you get them right, I'm sure you'll see your conversion rates going up. And then the other one is too many steps or fields. If you have this form that requires them to fill out 27 fields, people don't like homework when they're trying to book travel. So don't do that to them. Here's the key. A better website often sends more people into the booking engine, but when friction is high, you're not going to get more bookings with more traffic. It's just going to get you a lower conversion rate. So that's why separating website conversion from booking conversion is a non-negotiable. You have to look at the two. Okay, so you've learned about the 4 levers so far. So lever number 1 is the message match. Lever number 2 is provide proof early. Lever number 3 is provide the details that help drive decisions. And lever number 4 is audit friction in your booking engine. These are the 4 levers that will help you boost your conversion rates. If you only do one thing after this, watching this video, I ask you to open your homepage, get into your guest's mindset and ask yourself, what do I want and need to know in this moment? When you're looking at the homepage, ask that. What do I want and need to know in this moment? And then see if your website answers. Is it for me? Can I trust it? Did I find what I came for? And what do I do next? And if it doesn't answer those, don't go buy more traffic. Fix the 4 levers that I shared in this video first so that you can increase your conversions and get more bookings. If you are looking for more practical hotel marketing fixes like this, especially in the age of AI search, it's something I talk quite a bit about, come find me on LinkedIn or visit malfairmarketing.com. It's in the notes. Thanks for watching.